So for the carving board this time round, another patron suggestion, and the last patron suggestion, John Aitken suggested a chisel, which I didn't know if it would work out any good at first, but just hang around, you'll see it actually turns out a lot better than you might think. So I started as always with a flat-headed chisel, or the bendy boy as I call this one, just to outline the outer border and the subject, and then using a gouge that has kind of a shallow sweep so it doesn't cut too much wood out, to carve all the excess away, or all the waste away from the background. Then after all of that was done, I decided to start working on the handle and the ferrule. If you don't know what a ferrule is, it's that little metal ring at the bottom of the handle. So I just wanted to round those over, and then I wanted to separate the ferrule from the handle so it looked like there were two distinct parts, and kind of shape it around the sides. This is all done with the flat chisel as well. And then make it so the handle looks like it's going inside the ferrule, which is, you know, what it does on an actual chisel that goes inside it. It sort of protects the wood from breaking apart, I think. Then I used my bench chisel to carve this bench chisel and started going up on the grain this way, but noticed it was getting a bit of resistance, so I twisted round and started going down the other way, and as you can see, it's much easier to cut in that direction. So I just started flattening it out, and then I realised that at the top of a chisel, like near the tang, near the bit that goes into the wood, it had this kind of curve where the two bits connect. So I decided to carve that out with a gouge, and then use the big flat bench chisel again, just to get everything flat all over again. Then I drew the lines around the edges, and I started carving the kind of, you know, the chamfers, the kind of angles of the chisel that you get. And while we're watching me do this, I just want to thank all my supporters on Patreon. We're almost at the end of this board now, so thanks very much, guys. And also thanks to new patron Christian Fry. Cheers, Christian, for joining at the Bendy Boy Society tier. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. So as I come to the end of this, just carving down the end bit here, I'm then going to get my toothbrush out and scratch all those little straggly bits off. You don't have to do it with a toothbrush. You don't have to do it at all if you don't want to. I just find it helps make it a bit cleaner before I chuck this bold linseed oil on. And then I grab a bit of old t-shirt from my t-shirt graveyard and wipe off all the excess oil. So that's the chisel carving done for John, who is a patron of the channel. It actually turned out better than I thought. I was sort of doubting if carving a chisel was going to look any good, but I think with the straight lines of the chisel, and then the kind of curved handle, and then all the kind of, you know, I made it deeper around the outside so that it would sort of look a bit more prominent, and I think it worked out kind of well. I quite like it. Anyway, cheers, John. Thanks for being a patron, and thanks for suggesting that. I never thought I'd carve a chisel. I think it would look cool on like a toolbox or something, you know. If you're making a toolbox, you'd carve like a chisel and a mallet on it or something like that. That would be pretty cool. Anyway, next time, and for the very last day, I'm going to do a wood spirit, because I think that's a good way to finish it off. Having that I have a bit of history with wood spirits, and that wood spirits are really a very wood carving type thing. I'll catch you next time, where we're going to finish this 30 episode series. So I imagine that video will be a little bit longer. I'll see you later.